Q, first, thank you so much for doing this interview. Thank you so much for always doing interviews with me. This is actually the first time I get a chance to sit down and talk to you guys. And it's like, wow, so much to talk about in 2025. Very
Yeah.
first thing I want to say is congratulations on the Juno Award. How are you guys feeling winning this and representing the way you guys do, man?
It feels crazy, man. Like, we've been making music since 2017, and, we've been nominated for a few Junos along the way. And to finally take one home for an album like Red Future, it really, like, just, it meant the world to us.
D, what'd that feel like to you, man?
It was incredible. It was a surreal moment, and we actually just got our Junos in the mail the other day, so it was a nice reminder.
Oh, man, you know what? I just got shivers when I heard you say that. I am so happy because the thing is, I know how hard you guys work. If
Yeah.
there's ever an act that no matter where they are, what they do, their stage performances are, phenomenal. The only thing you guys don't add in are pyros.
Yeah.
But other than that, you guys know how to bring a crowd up on their feet. Why is that part of not just the music, but the performance itself and what we see is so important?
I think for us, like we always just try and bring people together. And for our people, like there was never really any, even for us, like any places for us to go and have like, other than a Tribe Called Red, a Tribe Called Red really showed us what was possible with like live sets and just bringing communities together. So I remember back in the day, they said something about creating safe space for Indigenous people, for them to just come out and be themselves. So that's what we try to kind of emulate as well. And like with our live set, we kind of put the same energy that we put into albums into our live set. We put the same amount of time into it. Like as we're making an album, we kind of put a live set together that'll make people go. So
And I know because I witnessed this because I was at last year's Polaris Music Prize. It looks like I'm going again because you guys are back on the list, man. How's that feeling, D?
It's incredible, man. You don't take those moments for granted, and yeah, um, just to be on the long list again, it's an incredible feeling, especially with an album like Red Future. We put a good couple years of work into that, so it's cool for it to get the recognition that it's getting.
D, I'm
yeah.
gonna let you continue with this album. What made this album so special, and why did it take so long to make?
We've had the concept for a while. We pretty much were getting ready to start on it after we finished Trapline, but then the pandemic happened. We just had to switch gears for a little bit. We made a couple albums, and then once we signed with Sony, we felt like, okay, we feel like now's the time to do it. And, Red Future was just about seeing ourselves in the future, being able to not only heal, work on ourselves, and thrive, but to do it for the next 7 generations, whether or not we see our work or like whatever it may be. Like, if we may not live to see the day, but we'll be damned if we don't do our part. You know what I mean? So, Red Future is about setting up the next 7 generation while acknowledging and honoring the past 7.
Amen to that. Q, what was it like being downtown in Toronto, man? Because I saw on Instagram the album being shown
Oh,
all
yeah.
across. What was that like, man?
That was actually a surreal moment, man. It felt like because it was like a Red Future like Toronto takeover, so that was crazy. And that was even before we won the Juno, so I knew that something was gonna happen. Like yeah, a lot got put into that. But yeah, like they was saying too, like we got an opportunity to make two albums while we like kind of brewed ideas in our heads and together for Red Future. And like when we put it out, it felt like it was the right moment because it felt like people were finally like healed and then ready to take the next step, to like feel empowered. So yeah, just to see just to see Red Future get the recognition it's getting right now, because of the work that we put into it, is like such a crazy feeling So any little milestone or anything that happens, like the billboards and on downtown Toronto, the takeover, the Juno, the Players Nom, like all that, just it just we don't take that for granted either because it just shows how much work that we put into this album.
Well, hold on, we're not done yet. Was it the Western Awards or what is it called again that you
Oh
guys
yeah,
are nominated for?
what
Like I said, I'm putting out lists here, man.
West Western Canadian Music Awards. Yeah, we got nominated. I think we have 13 of those right now. But we just got nominated for another five.
Oh my goodness. I'm bowing. I'm bowing. Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys must have you had to recount again when you saw this, man. Like, what was that like? Like, seriously.
Yeah, I mean like yeah, I didn't know what to expect going into that one, but I think that we got nominated for everything that we put our names in for, so
Wow.
that
So
was good.
happy.
Hopefully we
So
can take
happy.
hopefully we can take them all home though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? You're gonna probably need a truck to do that. So, but as we're speaking, D, I know you're about to take a drink of water, but I got to jump on you on this one, man, because one of the other big reasons we're talking is the fact that you guys got a big show that's happening as we speak on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for Indigenous Peoples Day, we're excited. We've always been saying that Toronto is like home away from home for us. We love the community, we love the energy, and yeah, we're gonna bring that energetic set that we always bring.
I can't wait for that, man. Look, like I said, I know you guys are super busy. I did not want to steal all your time, but from what I saw on, and D, I'm going to stick with you with this. Even though you guys show in Toronto, you guys are like what, touring until almost right up to Christmas?
Yeah, we posted a pretty hectic looking schedule, but we're excited for it. We work really hard in these albums. We put our heart and soul into it, and the way we look at these live shows is like that's the reward for doing the work on the album to go out and perform it. You know what I mean? We're doing a couple opening slots. Got the festival circuit coming up. We got the tour at Prof in the fall. We got the tour with Pup, and we're excited, man. We live for these moments. It it sucks being away from the family, but that's the sacrifice that you got to make as an artist.
No, man, we're excited. We're
Yeah.
excited that all this is happening.
Yeah.
Sorry, Key, what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to say, like, like on top of touring, because we are like road dogs, we are road warriors, we do this shit. But the crazy thing is that we get to do some opening slots, and we've never really done that. We've never really explored that side of touring. We've only ever done like headline shows, and by doing this, we're looking at growth. We're looking at growing in the States. We're looking at growing in wherever we go. Even getting bigger in Canada. So like to do these shows with Prof, Tom Morello, and Pop is crazy for us. Like we've never done that. So we're excited to see like what that's really like.
Well, we're excited because we basically own you guys until the holidays. So I gotta say, man, I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta say, congratulations on the success. Congratulations on the Junos. We're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. Love the Stone Cold shirt. Let me throw that out there right off the top. And gentlemen, I'm going to do everything I can to get down there on Saturday. I know I have to host a wrestling show that same night, but I will do everything I can to boogie down to this thing. Thank you
Sounds
again for
good,
the
bro.
interview and looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing you guys in the future.
Thanks for having us, bro.
That's good.
Okay, later.